and I talked about mind mapping. The thing that we did learn, and we had a whole series of exercises on this, was we had someone come in to teach us meditation. And I found this to be incredibly helpful in my career, because as you get more and more responsibilities and the meetings get bigger and bigger and more scary, it's very good to be able to meditate and actually calm yourself down and visualize the outcome. You can visualize the outcomes of the meeting, what you want to actually happen. And invariably, you can make it happen. And it was very interesting, that's why I asked Shakar just a moment ago when he talked about putting things out into the universe. You can visualize these things and manifest them. So we're very, very honored this morning to have Lama Jibi Rinpoche, who is a Tibetan monk, who's going to come and take us through some meditation.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you very much.
So we should talk about meditation.
Yes.
About meditation.
Meditation, and if you can take us through a meditation, give us a meditation exercise.
All right.
That would be wonderful.
I try. So, first I want to tell you function of meditation. So, actually myself, when I was small, we used to meditate according to the monastery, which is following meditate. Okay, and you know, in the Buddhist monasteries, meditation is we have a concept to reach the beyond of the suffering. You know, this kind of we have orientation. So then later, I'm in Europe. Most time I live in France, and I had a lot of discussion with different type of people. A little bit research what meditation means. So, and also I refer with the early teachings from India and Tibet. There's several texts. I try to look the what is the give result of meditating. So actually, meditation, our notion is to just go beyond of the suffering, but actually, mainly function of the meditation gives able to focusing better, our mind able to focusing better, and that means actually we cannot focusing because of we have too much emotional conceptual, you know, but this very subtle kind of subconscious, very strong emotional concept. And due to this, without unknowing, our mind is agitated and disturbed. So we could not able to remain, very difficult to remain with the clear, very clear, and try to get achieve something. I think that's the meditation give a result. You can see all the subtle subconscious emotions could link with where the emotions are, how they're related with others, yourself. And since you saw or recognize this, and slowly mind calm down, or you will find a solution in order to go over the emotions, you know. Because, for example, actually I used to talk with the meditation. I mean, generally we are Buddhist, but other part, usually we used to exercise with the people who are leading the companies and the directors, these kind of people. But now, in this case, a little bit different.
Bit younger.
Yes, younger, and you have another task. But I just give you some examples. Most people who have who got higher responsible, they have a lot of pride, jealousy, because they don't see it. But it's very natural, because proud, they are already got high position, they are proud, and they have jealousy because always you have to compete with others, even compete with your own colleagues. So therefore, unnecessarily they get so much stress, and the stress makes a lot of, when you get stress, then you get a kind of another vision, then you are following your vision and you make a lot of mistakes. This is what we find when you just discuss, analyze. But in your case, a little bit different, I think. And also, your case is very important because there is a lot of pride, a lot of jealousy. I'm not saying you should not have pride or jealousy, but you should not fall into the, for example, you are my colleague, we have worked together. If I'm too much proud, if I don't see myself, always I accuse you and I see faults, your faults, and then I'm happy. Then slowly we damage between relationship. Both pride, jealousy, and a little bit anger, this kind of. Then if I could, my mind could remain very quiet, very subtle, very clear, then I could see everything what happening, all circumstance, detail, why I got these ideas, I got these visions towards other person, So through this, your mind is much more free, because when you accuse somebody, not free, not totally kind of blocked with this. So when your mind is more free, you have another idea, This is like a very important, for example, I think young generation is very creative mind. So creative mind should not block by the basic, natural, fundamental emotions. So since you discover natural, fundamental emotions, this is your natural, but you will know I should not caught by this emotion. I have to go over this. In order to go over, there is solution. And Buddhism philosophy solution there's a little bit specific, quite special. We always say useful, helpful. The kind of a notion is I want to help others. Generally, I think we have this concept, but at the same time, I want to go over the others. In general, I think most educated people like this. But Buddhism, we got education. I want to be achieved, but I want to help also others, people, and also kind of a communication and a vision, positive or negative things, are a little bit more flexible, not that strong. So since not very strong, always you're accepting the situation, and through this also mind is much more, kind of flexible and kind of more subtle ideas you could find and you could create, this kind of not blockage. So I think actually kind of a general meditation helps these things. Even like family life, when you work, you have to start creating new things. Then all this kind of agitation is, if you know how to put down, agitation is kind of calm down, then mind is more fresh, like this. So there is always we say if you want to create some important things, your mind needs a lot of free and less agitation and a lot of space. Through this, you could think more and mind get much more clear ideas, like this kind of instructions. So I think maybe you will see later, So that's the reason always emphasize meditation. Actually, in all the kind of schools, Buddhism, Hinduism, they are using meditation, but the purpose is mind could go over the problems actually. So it makes sense. Yeah, because we have to. I have to. How to say, not bring into the religious aspect, meditation, just the daily life. Yeah, daily function. So this way. So now, way to meditation is very simple actually. Very simple. Actually, like kind of we don't aware, we forgot, but meditation is a little bit like similar. You are as simple as you are learning how to drive. You see, because when you learn, when you try to learn how to drive, I mean, we always forget, but if you try to look back, there's a lot of tension, a lot of fear, a lot of tension. Also, you don't know how to deal really, and you are worried about other cars, people, like this kind of. So you have to learn, and then you mainly you learn by driving, but actually we learn how to focus the mind. So when you learn really properly, then you hardly get the damage. So when you're used, you don't need to think so much. You just drive. At the same time, the consciousness is there. Otherwise, you would hit many things. So actually similar. Actually, so so meditate is like a kind of your mind how to pull back with problem and remain and able to watch. So I think I don't know how to use exactly the term, but situations like this. So now, in order to do that, we always need to train. So this training is a little bit difficult when we're not used. But when you're used, then, as I said, it's as simple as a driving car. So when you drive a car, you just go very far away, very fast, but at the same time, you never hit the other cars and like this. So now, when you do meditate, first we just relax. Physical and also thoughts. Actually, some people think when you meditate you have to block the thoughts. Not like this. You just remain like normal and just relax. And beginning when you relax, when you beginning get relaxed, always mind a lot of agitate, because usually when you right now we don't see our mind is how agitated, but when you really relax, constantly disturbed by yourself. But this means that you are kind of relaxing actually. Relaxing. So just relax. Then in order to keep the focus, way to train, there is two things. One is just you just relax. Close eye, maybe it's easy. Close eye. Then just you visualize in the front of a space, very how you say, not so bright, not so like dark, but a kind of any kind of form you can do, like one lotus or one flower or one nice figure. You just front of your space. You're focusing on this, and the mind is focused to the what you are visualizing, and then try to remain without how you say, disturb. Disturb means here, always we mind is constantly wandering. So when you appear the wandering, immediately what you visualize is disappeared, and your mind goes to the other things. So if you remain, then you think, oh, what happened downstairs, So immediately mind goes, then goes again. So these things will happening. So when you visualize, immediately mind is disappeared, aware of this, and then come back. So this term you use mindfulness and awareness. Mindfulness, I don't know why we use, but mind is focusing with what you visualize. And awareness means you remain with this, and suddenly wandering brings to other thoughts, aware of this, and come back. It's it. So this one we use it. We could use two things. One is just focusing with the one nice figure, and then mind is just remain with this. Try to remain much as possible. Usually first few minutes, and then a little bit later, a little bit extend the time, and try to stay 5 minutes or a little bit longer. This also, if you really want to meditate, you should do using often. Every day is very good because it's kind of exercise. And 1 or 2 times a day is also very useful. And another is just to remain, stay, just focusing on the breathing, just breathing out, in. Again, simple, same, just focus on breathing in and out, try to stay meditate. So, somehow there is not so much explanation, it's quite simple. But doing itself is, until we are used, is quite difficult, not so easy. But it depends, some people are very easy, some people are not so easy, so it also depends on the individual. So we try a little bit exercise again. Just sit very quiet. Let's say just sit very quiet. Maybe easy to close eye because then less agitated, less disturbed by wandering. Then front of space, then prepare one nice crystal flower. And then you just focus on this, and less than a second you will think other things immediately, but come back to the what you visualize, and just try to, without worry, without kind of tense, just very relaxed and just focusing. Just do it just 1 or 2 minutes. right now, you cannot say so much. If you do, if you like, you can do. If you continue, and slowly you will know how to meditate by yourself. Actually, it's quite useful because anytime there is difficult or conflict or your mind is a little bit like drowsy, cannot think so much, and then during this kind of period, first try to relax and try to relax, meditate. This makes everything change, and slowly yourself be more fresh. Again, all the situation you can see really much more clear than usually. Reason why not clear? Because mind is too much engaged with the kind of very inner emotional, like as I explained, related with this. So then everything kind of packed. So when you know how to meditate, if you use often, beginning you don't see so much different. Then later, when we are used, you just try to do that. Difficult time. Just try to do a little bit meditate, then try to think what you're looking for, and it gets much more clear. And other hand, also, I read one very ancient text. That we just some. Actually, we studied this, we know, but I forgot also. But last year also I read again. Then there a very nice way to explanation kind of fact of meditation. They're saying if we do meditate, just like this, meditate, this gives a capacity of the development of intelligence of the human. So I think it's much more linked with the brain system. Relax, and the oxygen goes better, cells are developed, and then if you discuss with the physicians, they already talk about a wave of brain functioning. There is electricity magnetic wave in the brain. If it works properly, then everything comes more clear. Sometimes lose mind. These things are when you decreasing all this kind of system, then mind is difficult to remember, and also kind of a lot of comes to physical problem. They talk about this. So I try to research meditation. The physicians, what they're saying, try to combine it. Still, we didn't find yet, combination. But there's a lot of sense. That's where I say very interested in this text, saying meditate. Due to the meditation, resolve will develop intelligence of the person. So when you talk about the physicians, as brain is very fresh, then intelligence is very developing like this. So I think this makes very much sense, and especially younger people, if you do meditate like this, and the less, I don't know how to explain this. When we get older, less memorize, easy to forget, easy to keep in mind. For example, when you try to learn language or whatever, difficult to keep the words, always. When you're young, immediately you pick up. We are all used to be young, so immediately pick up. So I think if you do continue to meditate, this brain remains solid and fresh, and then of course physical body get a little bit older, but the brain still keeps fresh. Just yesterday I was in one place. There's one lady we know, woman. She used to come to India. Her husband is passed away. That's why I went there. They used to make a lot of documentary film about Himalayas, Tibet, and also different religions. So I went there. So the lady is almost 90 years old. Really, mind is fresh. I was quite amazing. She was old, but she remember everything. She can talk. When we say something, she immediately pick up. We were all quite amazing how nice she is like this. So I think just you try to keep in mind, you can use it. If slowly you will see the benefit.
For how long should we meditate?
Actually, time is not really there is fixed. Beginning like few minutes, if too much force is not good. Begin few minutes, and then you should make a little bit extend the time. First maybe 3 minutes, then you try to stay 5 minutes, then a little bit longer, then regular every day. Then it comes easier like this. Sorry? That was okay.
Maybe this is a stupid question, but just it happened to me right now that I don't know if I was fall asleep or not, and how you control that.
Yeah, sometimes when you relax, immediately sleep.
I mean, but I heard everything.
Yeah.
But I was seeing images, and
Yeah.
I don't know if
I think that's quite okay. You can hear everything, it's okay. But usually, also, you just try to, that's why we talk about awareness. You try to look at yourself. There is one kind of, sometimes when we are relaxed, a little bit drowsy. Usually, usually we say, better not remain with the drowsy. Just break the meditation, and again you could do it. Like this.
Any other questions?
Is there a best time of day to meditate?
Day
Yeah, like a best time to do it, or
doesn't matter any time. Actually, morning is quite good. Morning, sometimes very difficult when you just wake up. But morning, just wake up, then a little bit time, kind of fresh. Then if you start that, this would be nice also.
Did anyone actually manage to spend any time with just the image and nothing else coming into your head? No, because that's what the Lama was talking about. That's the bit that's really difficult. That's why it's like driving a car. That it takes constant practice to do it. Because we have so much stuff going on. Immediately you get voices going on in your head, and you lose that image that you start.
Yeah, that's right.
But that's where the point is. If you can get to that clear space where there is actually nothing you can hear that you don't hear, and you're just in a clear space, that's where you have empty mind. And that's a really correct place to be. But you can only do it for very short periods of time until you practice it a lot, and then you can do it for extended periods.
I even had problems when fixing on the image. The image was changing all the time. It was transforming.
I think this is just too much focused. This doesn't matter so much.
I felt
I think image change your how do you say, change by yourself actually.
Yeah.
Just like that's one thing is that you are not used to be stable. That's what always changing. But this doesn't make so much. Slowly it will come back. Otherwise, you try to see also without a close eye, just focus to front of object.
Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to know if it's normal, because I felt like my body was sabotaging me. I felt like scratching all the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying before. When very relaxed, everything comes up. Thoughts are more comes, and every second there is something coming. Usually we are just kind of how you say when ourselves not presence, forget. I mean, we don't feel anything. I mean, scratching, everything is there, but we don't feel so much. When you sense, when you become really relaxed, then all very subtle things that come up. even we could see much more thoughts in the beginning. That's quite usual.
Why should the eyes remain open?
Doesn't matter.
Hide the camera.
Yeah, both is all. Some beginning is just close is more easier, but also you can open eyes. This doesn't matter.
I was reading about Osho's meditation.
Sorry?
Osho, do you know this?
Yes.
So he was saying that there are different levels of meditation. So is that like, does Buddhism also talk about that? Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Generally we talk about meditation in order to reach liberation of the self. This beginning you don't need to think so much, I think. Because beginning what we need is we're really able to meditate. And after you can choose what you want. So reason why I'm saying we're able to meditate means, for example, whatever we need to do, we know how to calm down ourselves. We could do free from all the agitation, and also we could make better relationship with the surround of yourself. Because if mind is calm, then you can see reality. If mind is a little bit agitated, then always kind of influenced by your emotions. So then, due to this, you has a lot of projections, and you believe your own projection, and then all the turbulence. So I think in the beginning, just we have to learn how to calm down, how to relax, how to calm down, how to focus, very precise. I think this is a very basic.
So when you meditate with your eyes open, you focus on something in
Yeah.
reality and not something in your mind.
No, just look at one picture or one object. I mean, itself is not so important, but when you focus with this, mind also fixed with this. And immediately when the thought arises, you disconnect with the object, and we're aware of this and come back. Just training process.
With soft eyes. So your vision is soft.
Yes.
It's not sharp.
Yeah, that's right. Very soft. Yes.
I used to think that meditation had something to do with thinking about something. I'm wrong, right?
Sorry.
I used to think that meditation had something to do with thinking about something, thinking about an issue or a problem or whatever.
No. First,
It's
just
actually
to
the opposite.
meditate. Yes, how to make yourself relax. Actually. Yeah.
The coming back to the object or to the state, is that deliberate?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it, do you force it? Do
Do
you force it? Like,
No,
do
just
you-
very, very relaxed. Should not force.
I mean the act of coming back to the original state or thing you imagined?
Not really. Actually, when you're focusing, just using the kind of how to train your meditation yourself. Is it corresponding that or not?
Yeah. More or less.
Actually, when you do meditate, nothing is important. Whatever you do is not important. Just important is you learn how to remain with the one moment. So this moment has to be a little bit extended. So in order to remain with one just moment, then we use the kind of support and the visualization or the focus to object. So when you're used to you learn how to use to with this focus, then you can do any kind
visualization is up to us. We can visualize a moment,
Yes.
a memory,
Yes.
or future moment. It is up to us.
That's up to you.
Or an
But
idea.
it's training is very important. Training is important because some kind of mind is very subtle, and when you learn how to focus, we don't use focus, but remain with the space, and you're able to remain with the space longer as possible. So that's the actual meditate. But then, in order to train ourselves, we always use one tool.
What about music? When I relaxing, I listen to music, not like not rock and roll, but something chill out.
Music, it's quite the same, I think. But then music, you listen, but then you will have to see again. Our mind is remain with this. Sometimes just you are remain, but on the other hand, just following the wandering. It's easy to how to aware of the present moment, then how able to remain with this, and then you use the kind of support. Yes.
How do you know when you're done or when you should come out of meditating? How do you know when you're done?
Or
Or
just you
should stop?
Yeah, you can stop. That
Well,
means-
there's no, like-
That means you stay very long, isn't it?
I think your mind will take it because
Okay.
you start to get crowded thoughts again, and then
Okay.
you realise you've lost it, you've lost control of the power, and
Yeah.
then you just start coming
Yeah.
back or trying to get yourself back into it.
Okay.
Because it is very
Yeah, 'cause
hard.
I
It's
wasn't
very
sure,
hard
like,
to have this empty mind.
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you should keep going back to the empty mind or when you could let your mind.
Well, that's all
back.
part of the practicing. It's like, as Lama said, it's like driving a car. It's, you don't just get in the car and drive. You have to keep
Right.
practicing. You have to keep crunching the gears.
Yeah, yeah.
So, to keep going.
And slowly you will see, just you are staying, you are focusing with, then you see what you're thinking, you could see yourself. You know what you're thinking, what's going on. Immediately you can see yourself. There's a difference if you don't meditate, you don't see what you're thinking by yourself. Just thinking that kind of little bit. We're all talking like this, but we're really conscious is kind of blind. We don't really see precisely. When you do meditate, you are focusing, but at the same time, you can perceive what you're thinking. So if you lose, then following what you think, and then you lose the support of the meditation. When you're aware of this, again come back at the same time. Just I think thoughts move constantly, but when you're aware, just you could remain with what you are focusing. Just you remain with visualize or object, both. Remain with this. And then once the second or one moment again, following the wandering. If you're aware, immediately you can come back and continue. Then slowly you can remain very peacefully. You can remain quite long.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much indeed.
I hope everybody enjoy and useful. You went India?
To Nepal.
Nepal.